Flight 717, the plane that never landed. There are mysteries that baffle the mind, stories that send shivers down the spine, but few compare to the chilling disappearance of Flight 717, a plane that took off on a clear summer evening and was never seen again. No wreckage, no distress signals, no trace, just gone. But what if I told you the passengers' families still receive calls from their loved ones? That some claim to have seen the missing flight flying silently across the night sky? If you think this is just another aviation accident, think again, because this is a mystery no one can explain. The flight that took off but never arrived. On July 17, 1997, Flight 717, a commercial aircraft with 112 passengers, departed from New York's JFK Airport en route to Los Angeles. The weather was perfect, and the takeoff was smooth. The pilot, Captain Richard Lane, was a veteran with over 20 years of flying experience. Co-pilot Sarah Mitchell was known for her precision and calm demeanor. Among the passengers were Tom Parker, a journalist investigating a string of strange aviation incidents, Emily Carter, a nervous flyer heading to California for her brother's wedding, and James Dawson, a retired air traffic controller who still carried his old habits of listening to flight transmissions. Everything about Flight 717 was normal, until it wasn't. The last contact. At 10:15 p.m., 2 hours into the flight, Captain Lane radioed air traffic control. Captain Richard Lane, this is Flight 717, cruising at 35,000 feet, all systems normal. That was the last confirmed transmission. At 10:45 p.m., air traffic control tried to reach the plane for a routine check. No response. At 11 p.m., multiple radar systems showed something terrifying. Flight 717 was no longer on their screens. It didn't crash, it didn't veer off course, it simply vanished. A massive search began, but no debris was ever found. The ocean, the mountains, even the remote deserts were scanned. Nothing. It was as if the plane had flown into a different dimension. Scene 2, the calls. But here's where things get truly bizarre. Days after the disappearance, Emily Carter's mother received a call. It was Emily's voice. Emily Carter, Mom, can you hear me? Something's wrong, The call cut off. The number untraceable. Over the next few weeks, more families reported similar calls. Some heard only static, others heard their loved ones whispering, "Help us." But every call ended the same way, a strange humming noise before the line went dead. Scene 3. The journalist's article even more chilling? Tom Parker, the journalist, had scheduled an article to be published if something happened to him. In it, he wrote about an aviation cover-up involving a classified experiment in the skies. Could Flight 717 have been part of something bigger? Years passed, and Flight 717 faded into history, just another unsolved mystery. Until 5 years later, when a group of night hikers in Nevada's Black Rock Desert saw something they couldn't explain. A plane, silent, gliding too low, its lights flickering. It looked old, like it didn't belong in the present time. And as it passed overhead, one of the hikers took a photo. The image, when enhanced, revealed the plane's faded markings. Flight 717. Was it a ghost plane, a glitch in time, or had the passengers been trapped in a loop, still trying to land? Before we continue, if this mystery has captured your mind, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Because trust me, the ending will leave you questioning reality. Scene 2. The final transmission. In 2022, an air traffic controller at Los Angeles International Airport was scanning radio frequencies when he picked up a weak static-filled signal. Captain Richard Lane, this is Flight 717, requesting permission to land. The controller froze. It had to be a mistake. Flight 717 had been missing for 25 years, but the voice on the other end, it was clear as day. Captain Richard Lane, this is Captain Richard Lane. Can anyone hear me? The controller responded, his hands shaking. Flight 717, this must be a prank. That flight disappeared decades ago. Silence. Then one final transmission. Captain Richard Lane, we're still up here, stuck between the clouds and time. Scene 2, conclusion, and then static. To this day, no one knows what happened to Flight 717. Some say it entered a time rift, doomed to fly forever. Others believe it was part of a top-secret government experiment gone wrong. One thing is certain, sometimes, the greatest mysteries are the ones that never get solved. What do you think happened to Flight 717? Let us know in the comments.